That's it. Thank you.
Coach, I'd like to get started with the media conference and get your overall thoughts of the game, and then we'll open it up for the three of you for questions for the media. Go ahead, please.
I mean, obviously really happy with the effort. I'm real thrilled with the way our kids played tonight. A little slow start. You know, I think the fact they had been here a few times before and we had not might have made a little bit of a difference, but I thought we got good looks. And they hit some shots. Boy, they shot the ball really well in the first half of the game. The numbers were like off the charts. We could have been a little bit better defensively, but they shot it well. But I thought, you know, as the game wore on, we were who we were. And the one thing this team has done all year, and I think you saw it out there tonight, is we share the basketball. And I thought we moved the ball really well offensively. And I thought defensively, we just made a couple minor adjustments. And I thought all five guys were committed on that end. So really happy with the effort tonight.
Thank you. Start with the first question.
Dan, you mentioned defensive adjustments and it seemed to be much more effective in the second half. What were they specifically that you were trying to do?
We're just really trying to take away that low block action a little bit. They were putting two guys up down the block, and we had kind of wasting our middle guy a little bit, so we just had to have them drop a little bit and try to take that away. And just try to make them take tougher shots. If they were going to continue to hit that 18, 20-footer, then they were, but we had to stop giving them up 2-footers.
This question is for Dan and actually both of the guys too. You guys have 4 shooters and most teams have, you know, 1 or 2. Your ability to space the floor and get into the lane and kick and spot up guys like Turner, that's pretty potent, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's pretty unusual. I mean, especially for a school our size to have 4 guys that can not only shoot the ball like that, but move the ball that well. And again, you know, and sometimes you might have that, but the big thing is their willingness to share the ball. You know, we have 4 guys that average in double figures, and our 5th guy has been in double figures on numerous occasions, and, you know, nobody really cares who scores, and that's why we've been successful. Teal?
About the 4 shooters, I think that once we attack the rim, people are going to start sagging, and then once they start sagging, we can kick it out for our 4 shooters, or if my guy goes and helps, it's a dump down for me for a layup. But yeah, about if we share the ball, I think that I feel confident in everybody else making their shots, and if they don't, I'll get a rebound and kick it out or shoot the 2-footer. So I feel very confident in any one of those 4 shooting.
I thought Tarek was going to say we had 5 shooters.
I'd just like to add, it's so nice to have 4 guards that can be able to shoot well on any given night. I mean, if somebody's not on one night, somebody else is going to be on guaranteed. And I was lucky enough to be on tonight. And, you know, my teammates did a really good job of getting me the ball, and luckily I connected. So it was just really nice.
Turner, you want to talk about those 2 threes in the first quarter? You guys are down by 10. I mean, some teams might have run and hit it when they get down to 8-zip, but do you think those 2 just kind of got things going for you?
Yeah, I did. You know, I kind of felt like we were really slow, and I felt when I shot it felt really good, and I was confident about the shot, and, you know, I think it did really uplift our team a lot.
Turner, you guys have been dreaming about this for a long time. What's it finally mean to you guys to get a game under your belt here and a victory under your belt here at the Kohl Center?
It's really so good. You know, I would not share this moment with anybody else than my 6 seniors actually 8 seniors, I should say, than these guys. You know, they've been great. We've been playing since we were little kids, and there's just no other team that I'd rather be here with.
Coach, Nick Lay is their guy that runs their team. What were you guys trying to do to slow them down? He only had 5 shot attempts tonight.
Yeah, we weren't gonna, if we were in the man-to-man, which we tried to start in, and then 21 knocked on a ton of shots on us, we were gonna go no help, but we were gonna try to double, and then in the 1-3-1, we were just gonna try to trace him as much as we could. We just weren't gonna leave him. We were gonna communicate and know where he was at all times. He's a heck of a player. You know, we watched him on film a few times, and we've faced a couple pretty good kids here the last couple weeks with the Christopherson kid out of Melrose, and then Nicolay today. But you know, I thought we were real committed on the defensive end, and again, you know, we weren't going to try to give any help off of him, and we were just going to try to know where he was all the time and make him have to earn him.
Dan, you mentioned you played against a couple of kids recently, and Saturday you played against another pretty good player. Have any of you guys had the opportunity to play against Diamond in the past, or any of the Dominican kids? What was going through your mind when you watched their game today against Regis?
We kind of, like right away, it was kind of a close game, and then we come out and like in the third quarter, and they're up by like 30, and we're just like, what happened? And we heard like they had like 5 dunks or something like that, and I don't know, it was just a weird feeling seeing a team up by 40 in the state semifinals.
You know, it's going to be cool to play Diamond, a D1 athlete. And I don't know if they have other D1 athletes, but they're all really well, and they're all really good, and you know, we're just going to play our middle point basketball and see what happens.
Coach, talking about Dominican again, what kind of things come to your mind as you start to think about how do we get ready for these guys?
Well, I'm sure once we get back to the motel tonight, our coaches will huddle up and we'll start to look at that. You know, all of our focus going into tonight was on Auburndale because, I mean, they're very, very well disciplined, very, very well coached. And we knew it would take a really, really good effort tonight to beat them. So, yeah, I'm sure we'll be up watching some film tonight and getting ourselves ready. Like Tarek said, boy, they were tough tonight. And but, you know, we're there. We're going to give it our best shot. And as Turner said, we're going to play middle point basketball. And we'll see what happens from there.
Dan, on the 25 rebounds, 14 of them were offensive rebounds. Is that a typical ratio for your team, or was there something special the guys did tonight?
I think it was something special they did. You know, that has not been the case every night. A lot of times we're outside. The size matchup tonight was a little bit more favorable for us than it has been some other nights. But, you know, we say a lot of times rebounding isn't about being the guy that can jump the highest or anything like that, or the biggest guy. It's a matter of want to. And I just thought, you know, the guys were, you know, I thought early on, I thought the 50-50 balls and the long rebounds they got for the first few minutes. But as that game wore on, I thought we were a little quicker to the ball. And, you know, I thought the want to was there on our part.
Seeing no other questions, we'll see you on Saturday afternoon.
Good to hear. Thank you.